I remember seeing this on the news, and Trump looked so down, and I believe what had happened was he was coming back from a rally, and there was a bunch of empty seats, but not because people didn't want to go see him, but a bunch of radical leftists, your Rachel Maddow types, they bought up a bunch of rally ticketing seats, or they reserved them, because I think his rallies are free. And it bought a whole bunch, not bought, reserved a whole bunch of them just to not show up, just to make it look like nobody supports him. I also know that when Trump, and he rarely shows a sign of weakness, but if he does, he often shows it because it's that art of the war thing. Show weakness when really you're at the top of your strength. But it's the only time I saw him, and I remember it made me teary-eyed because I thought, what a cruel thing to do to somebody. You know, here he was being bashed, and that's why I can't stand I can't stand the media. I can't stand your Stephen Colbert's, these arrogant, pompous POSs that have nothing to be arrogant about. They're such an embarrassment, the losers they are. The losers they are, the disingenuous, like they just have no character except some stupid freaking actor. And yet people ripped on him. And there were people that loved that moment. There were people that have such a heart of stone that they looked at that moment and laughed and thought, yeah, there's your numbers. And I thought, God, you people really show who you are. You show what heartless scumbags you are. You really do. Because the haters, they were just everything hate about Trump, right? Trump's this horrible person. Let me tell you what they don't tell you. With the Trump family in general, yeah, they have billions of dollars. They live a luxury lifestyle. But guess what? The more income that comes in, more goes out and is given to the most vulnerable. It is. They don't keep they have a lot of money because God blesses that family, because that family does right with the money. It says in the Bible about how it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to get into heaven. That's because they conform to this world. The Trumps haven't conformed to this world. When Trump sells books, he gives almost all. Instead of just saying it, he gives. For everything income he gets, whether it's books, cards, whatever it is, more goes out the back door to the neediest. That's what he's done his whole life, and that's what he's passed down to his children. So that's who those scumbags who really they're such an embarrassment. They're so embarrassing, all of them. It's like, you know how you get that shame for somebody? You're like, oh my God. Like, how can you even show your face on TV? That's what I think of when I look at Rachel Maddow, Stephen Colbert, even a lot of your people on Fox, your Hollywood, your View. The View is a perfect example of that. Like, those people should be having their heads buried in shame. But the heartless have no shame. They don't, because they don't have a heart. So they just make fools out of themselves. That was a cruel thing they did to him. Because, and more than that, they've done a lot of cruel things to the Trump family. Before he was in office, they've always hated him. They play like they're friends with him because they want to get his money, not just the politicians, but many others. But if you go and look at his tweets from 2011, 12, anything he tweeted, just look at the comments. These elite people that you think have class, or these high influential people or media, it's like the stuff they put in his comment section are just everyday people that are just heartless scumbags. They rip on him so bad. And I thought about this for a long time, and I thought, they know that he is an example of how we're all supposed to live. Like, he puts on this showman. Yes, he does. He brags about his buildings. He brags about his accomplishments. God's okay with that, because what he does with the money on the back end is he puts most of it towards the needy. So he lives the luxurious lifestyle. He brags about his buildings, but he also is showing that confidence. He wants to be a big character, not because of his ego, but because he wants to give more to the needy in his way. Yeah, that's what God expected from all of us. You can rip on me all you want. You can be a Trump hater all you want. But with every passing day, what is coming to be shown is you are heartless, stone cold animals. Or you're just Joe Rogans that like to play the middle of the road, thinking they're going to pull a bunch of people in when he's just a scumbag too. He is. Him, Jordan Peterson, they're all just, they play that middle of the road. Joe Rogan, he's, really thinking of the everyday people as if he's not sure. It's like, stop it. If you're that stupid, you're not sure who you're voting for. If you voted for Biden, then really you're just stupid. Sorry, you are. You gave in to hate. You didn't want to think for yourself, whatever it is. You couldn't see how cruel those people were being. No, they conditioned you and mind controlled you into hating him, when really he's been the one being bullied. And when he stands up for himself, all of you heartless, cold scumbags at The View, Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Kimmel, all of you people, all you Hollywood people, all you musicians, you want to say he's the bully when you know damn well you're being the bully and you get paid to be the bully. Because you sold out. Because you didn't have a soul. You sold your soul to the devil for your short comforts in this world. Your short fame, right? And you're all being seen for who you are. It's what Trump's deeds do on the back end that matter. And his family gives more to the needy, even before he was in office, than they keep. They give more to those in need than they keep. So when you see him selling books and you hear these Stephen Colbert's and The View, all these heartless scumbag women on The View, they're not even women. They don't represent women. They represent scum. They're showing how they have no class. And I think the reason they all hate him, even before he was president, is because they know they would never be able to raise to his level of class. I don't care what you say to me. It's true. It's true. That's what they're jealous of. They're jealous that they sold out for their fame and wealth, and yet they see somebody like him that did it the right way and continues to do the right way. They know how much he donates to needy people. They just don't want you to know it. And they know they're not like that. So they have to hate on that because it's a reflection of what they're not, of what they can never be, because they're hateful scumbags. It takes a group of hateful scumbags, your FBI, your Hollywood, your media, to buy up a rally full of, or not buy, but reserve a rally full of seats just to make him go there, and then you can laugh your asses off that you did that, when really it shows who you are, that you're just scumbags, and nobody should ever trust you, nobody should ever look up to you, you're nothing to be worshipped. You come from that serpent that slithers on the ground, and you can't stand that you will never reach the layers or level or depths of having the intelligence, the wisdom, or the heart of Donald Trump, nor will you ever even be in the same area of class, because you all have no class.